Hello everyone, here is a sample demo of the PMP training that I take. Let us consider a situation where a boss is discussing with his subordinate, the project manager, about the project financials. So the boss says to the subordinate that he has spent a lot of money on the project and that is more than what he should have spent according to finance. And then the subordinate says that he has also finished more work, so therefore he spent more money. Now the boss is not sure whether what he's hearing is proper or something is an issue here. Let us see how earned value management will help him understand whether this is a good or bad situation. Earned value management will help the manager and his stakeholders to understand how the project is doing in terms of both time as well as cost. Typically, when we do a project analysis, we analyze the project from two different parameters, time and budget. The technique of earned value management helps you put these two together. How are we doing on cost and schedule in one report? So therefore, using EVM, you will be able to know in a holistic manner and get a realistic view of how the project is doing with a combined effect of cost and time. What it says is, for the work which we have done so far, how much should we have spent, among other things. Let us see through an example. Let us consider an example of a building construction as shown in here, where we have about 12 floors to be constructed from bottom 1 right up to top 12 that we see here. Let us understand some basic parameters that we will go by. Ideally, we should take 2 months to do one floor is what somebody has done as an estimate. Also, they have estimated that we should ideally spend about 1 crore for every floor that we construct. So what it means is that when we finish the entire construction, ideally, we should have taken 24 months and we should have a 12 crore budget being used by us. Now let us see what has happened at the end of the time period of 12 months. At the end of 12 months, ideally we should have finished 6 floors and we should have therefore gone through half of the construction. However, what we see is that we have only completed 4 floors in these 12 months and we have spent 5 crores. Now let us understand what this means for all of us. Let us see a few parameters that we need to study for earned value analysis. Let us first note down some numbers. The budget at completion is the total money we need for this project. What is the budget at completion here? Yes, it is 12 crores. Next, let us understand another term, planned value. The planned value is the value of work which we should have finished by the time that we are now, which is 12 months. So what is the planned value of the work we are supposed to have done by now in crores of rupees? That is correct. It is 6 crores that we should have constructed so far. 6 floors, 1 crore for every floor. That means 6 crores of building should have been ready by now. Now let's look at how much is the value of building that we have constructed. As we see, we have done 4 floors. That means the value of the building we have constructed is 4 crores. Lastly, let's look at how much is the money we have spent actually, the actual costs. As we see from our bank balance, we have spent 5 crore rupees in doing this work. Now using the 4 values that are seen on the screen here, we can do a lot of calculations for the earned value analysis. Now let us see how we use these values for earned value analysis through various formulae that are being shown here. Let's first have our 4 values on the screen. BSC 12, PV is 6, earned value is 4 and actual cost is 5 crores. Now we will use these numbers to calculate the various variances and indexes that are shown in here. First, let's look at cost variance. This is the difference between how much building we have constructed versus the money spent in constructing that building. So we have constructed 4 crores of building using 5 crores of money. That means we have overspent 1 crores. That's the cost variance. Next, let us see schedule variance, which is the difference between the value of building that we should have constructed so far compared with the value of the building we have constructed already. So we have constructed 4 crores of building, whereas we should have actually constructed 6 crores of building, and that is indicating we are 2 crores of building behind schedule. The same two numbers can be used as a ratio in the term of an index, cost performance index and a schedule performance index. What it means in English is for every $1 that we invest in the project, the value that we get from that is $0.8. And similarly for schedule, we are having a 66% rate of progress as compared to the original plan of 100%. Let us see further what we can do with these numbers. Now let us see how we can answer this question. What will it cost for this project to complete it entirely from start to finish, given what we have so far? So let's have the values for what we have calculated in terms of BAC, PV, EV, AC, as well as SPI and CPI as given at the top of the screen now, and we can then use this information to do our calculations for estimate at completion. What is it that it will cost us to finish this project? Right from start to completion, what is the money that we will require? Let us assume that the remaining work will be completed at the budgeted rate. In that situation, what we need to do is use the 5 crores first, what we have already spent and which we cannot change, which is the actual cost, and then the remaining work, which is 12 minus 4, 8 crores of work which remains, will be completed in 8 crores is an important assumption we are making, and that then gives us 13 crores. So EAC, as per our first formula here, is 5, the money spent, and 8, which is the remaining work added together. Now let us assume that the current rate of spending is going to continue in the future. In that situation, if schedule is not going to be an impact for us and it's only going to be the cost which is going to be an impact from the past into the future, then we will have to take a proportion in the same manner as we have so far. What it means is the money we have spent so far, 5 crores, is gone already, but the remaining amount of work, which is 8 crores, will be done at an efficiency of 0.8, which is the CPI, and that means we are adding 5 with 8 divided by 0.8, and that becomes 15 crores of money which we will require to do this project in the second method. Next, let us see another method where both cost and schedule will have an impact on the project. What it means is that you will not only be having an issue due to the additional spending that you have done so far, but also you will have an issue because the slow rate of work, 66% in here, which is going to impact the project costs as well. What we need to do is use the 5 crores as usual as our existing cost which we have already incurred, which we can't change, and then add a further value to that, which is a cumulative impact of both the cost and schedule performance indexes, resulting in a total amount of 20 crores that we will require for the whole project. Thank you for your time to view this short training demo on PMP. For further inquiries, you can reach out to me at the number given here or the email address, and I'll be happy to help. This is Ashish Paranspe, and thank you once again.